Somebody should talk to me. Somebody should say something to me. What the bloody hell is happening at Chelsea? What is happening at Chelsea? What am I hearing? Enzo Maresca on the verge of being sacked for issues not even related to performances. That would have been the easiest way out. To say that, oh, Enzo Maresca for the past 7 games haven't really given us enough wins. So Enzo Maresca, on this note, we are sacking you. But you know what? They cannot sack Enzo Maresca because they know what they are doing. And when I say they, I mean the ownership of Chelsea. I've said it here before. I've said it on my channel before. Maybe not on this new channel, on the other channel. And on that note, guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're watching for the first time and you're a Chelsea fan that always wants nothing but the truth. And that is exactly what we will say on this channel. Tell me, when this new ownership was coming to Chelsea, what did they tell us? They told us that Abramovich and his team didn't manage Chelsea well. They were coming to make Chelsea heaven on earth. Is that it? Is that what you promised Chelsea fans? Guys, this is not to support Enzo Maresca or to support the ownership of Chelsea. But we have to say the honest truth, because you cannot do what you are doing and expect to have good relations with your manager. Guys, let me read some reports for you to understand the context in which I'm coming from. Now, this is coming from Jacob Steinberg from Guardian. Breaking: Enzo Maresca is now on the brink of leaving Chelsea after breakdown in relations with the club. Movement expected today. With Enzo Maresca increasingly unlikely to be in charge against the Man City game on Sunday. Sources have indicated Maresca wants to leave the club. An appointment of Liam Reznor, would much depend on the quality of replacement Strasbourg could find now. So the plan is to now replace Enzo Maresca with Strasbourg's manager, if they find a manager to replace him. Chelsea are set to open the new year by holding emergency talk over Maresca's position. It is expected that the Italian, who was booed by supporters during the disappointing 2-2 draw with Bournemouth, will not be in charge for Sunday's trip to Man City. Guys, I think this is enough. I have no qualms with fans for booing. But I think part of that booing should be directed at the ownership of Chelsea, because they've been a mess. 3.5 or almost 4 years since you took over. How many coaches have you sacked? What results have you brought? Tell me the results that you have brought to Chelsea. Enzo Maresca, that we thought was a bit more, stable. Because it's almost about one and a half year into his contract. You won't allow him to work. And I've said it on either Facebook or my other channel that these guys are not serious. These guys are not serious. They don't understand what they are doing. They don't know what the history of Chelsea is. This is not Enzo Maresca's fault. If Enzo Maresca should go on to leave Chelsea, it's not Enzo Maresca's fault. I'm sure probably by now they would have sacked him themselves. But they can't because they have a long contract with Enzo Maresca. So they are trying to find ways and means for Enzo Maresca to leave himself. Selfish people. Yes, maybe everything might not be well with Enzo Maresca's performance. But Enzo Maresca is by far one of the most stable and the most, reliable coaches we've had since you guys took over. After sacking Tuchel. So what are you doing to us? What are you doing to the club? You want to frustrate Enzo Maresca to leave himself, right? And that is where I blame Enzo Maresca most of the time. I think Enzo Maresca should have even gone himself long ago. Because it was becoming quite clear that these guys are now forming an academy instead of a football club. Nobody is against signing talented youngsters. But what is a squad as young as this without experience? And all the time we keep mentioning it as if it's something to boast of. Chelsea has the youngest squad. What the fuck? To hell with that. What is the young squad doing? What are they able to achieve? And I think somebody needs to talk some sense into these guys. Enzo Maresca might have his problems. He might have his issues. I myself is on record to have said that I'll lead demonstration against Enzo Maresca, to be sacked, for Enzo Maresca to be sacked. But it's one thing for an angry fan to be saying this. And it's another thing for a management that is not willing to provide the right resources for the manager to work. But the manager takes the blame all the time. Enzo Maresca says, I'm tired. And since Enzo Maresca came out to make that 48 hour, not being his worst, whatever at Chelsea, I knew that it was getting to that point. Because Enzo Maresca is not stupid. He's a very smart guy. He's a very smart guy. And you realize he refused to talk further about it because he knew what exactly he was doing. And trust me, Enzo Maresca is not the coach that will go out there and won't get a club to manage. And if you think that whoever is coming to replace Enzo Maresca is coming to get a fresh start or an easy start, you must be dreaming. And I hope we are not coming to hear that and Chelsea is building and Chelsea is doing that. We are tired of that. We can't keep hearing, we can't keep building and never finishing. If Chelsea was a house by now, at least I think we would have finished, we would have completed building it. If Enzo Maresca should go, they better get a better replacement. Somebody who will give us results and be willing. Because for me, I don't think the problem is Enzo Maresca. The problem is those guys up there. And we've all seen it. We've all seen it. There's nothing to be proud of that you have the youngest squad. You have the youngest squad, so fucking what? What is the youngest squad you have able to do? That's the big question. And if you want to build an academy, go somewhere else and build an academy. Did you hear that? Go somewhere else and build an academy. What is this? But as I said, Enzo Maresca has to take part of the blame. You kept telling us that you were okay with your squad. You have the best talent and all of those things. Now, where has that best talent gone? You should be able to talk to them. And if they're not willing to give you what you want, you leave. You are a manager, not an academy coach. So if they want an academy, they should go and find an academy coach. We kept singing that this, what they were doing, was going to destroy this club. They never listened. As I said, Enzo Maresca might not be perfect. But at least he has been by far one of the most stable coaches we've got. At least he has won us 2 silverware. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What's going through your mind as a Chelsea fan? Because this is really going to be a very tough time for Chelsea. And and I know every Chelsea fan is concerned. As a Chelsea fan, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. As usual, my name El Hamdino El Capitano. Peace. I'll be right back.